Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Chen Lie from Yunnan Folk Literature and Art Society. My topic is the sacred wood of Naxi and its cultural connotative meaning. My perspective towards wood culture is a little bit different. I once joked with them, I'm the other type. All of you are talking. I'm different from you, and my study field is different from yours. When I come here, listening to your presentation, I think I have been into a completely new academic fields. I feel everything is new for us. I have learned a lot of new knowledge. I have listened to your presentations, which is very enlightening for me. It's a very good learning opportunity for us. Okay, the topic of my presentation is the sacred wood. Naxi ethnic group is an ethnic group in Yunnan. The total population is less than 300,000, but its culture is very strong. It has maintained a very strong culture, Dongba culture, Dongba character. They belong to the Naxi group. They live in Yunnan, Tibet. They are living in the valley areas. These three photos show where these people live. This is the Naxi village and their farmland and their music, their clothes, sheepskin clothes. They have the old Dongba culture. They are the young inhabitant of Dongba culture. They also have their own custom to worship the sky. To worship the sky is the only complete and culture of the Guhan ethnic groups. This is my book. This is Dongba special characters. This is Dongba people. Sky worship culture consists of a lot of parts. It has a very strong cultural basis. Of this cultural continent, the sacred wood on the altar is an important part of the entire culture. It can show that the Naxi culture.
Some ceremonies of worshipping the sky or the gods. Maybe days later you will go to Yunnan and you can participate in that ceremony. These are also activities happening when, and this is Dongba cheering god or sky worship ceremony. This is a symbolic manuscript. These are the columns that set up at a sky worship ceremony. And the pine tree is widely used. The Naxi ethnic group has created a Dongba culture, which is represented by the Dongba symbolic character, which is the only alive symbolic character in handwriting till today. And the Naxi culture is famous for wood, stone, and these symbolic handwritings. These Dongba scripts and manuscripts can be found on wood and stone, which were created by the Naxi Aboriginal people. Now, the UN has listed these symbolic characters on the World Heritage List. this represents wood. This is a symbolic character, and it has double connotation. It represents a standing tree that is alive, and the right part has an upward curve, which means the sprouting of a tree, which means the growth, the peaceful growth of a tree. In the oracle, this is the wood of the tree in oracle. This is the origin of current Chinese wood, the Chinese character of wood. And on the picture, it is an oracle. Wood grows from the earth, and is the origin of every life. Symbolic character of Naxi oracle, from shape to its content. Every representation expresses the cultural information that has been passed to us through an ancient time, which means that our ancient ancestors have a better and deeper understanding of wood and tree than us. What is the essence of wood and tree? Wood means life, prosperity, vitality, and growth. In Chinese ancient philosophy, wood has a much richer connotation. It has a close bearing on traditional culture and give birth to a wider and deeper cultural idea. As we may know, water, fire, wood, earth, and gold are the major essential parts or elements to form the world, according to the traditional philosophy. And wood is one out of these 5 essential elements. And people believe that wood.
It is one of the 5 largest elements in composing the world. It has life in itself. So, in China, Lu is also related to other traditional cultures. For example, there are 5 directions: east, west, north, south, and central. Lu belongs to east. It is also combined with China's lunar way of calculating the days, like Jia and Yi. These are the common knowledge for Chinese farmers and peasants. They are related to our daily life and our daily survival. It also related to our seasons, like spring, autumn, fall, and winter. When they combining with the 4 seasons, it symbolizes the eastern east. So Lu is the entire meaning of Lu consists Jia, the spring, the season, and the direction. So in China's philosophies, Lu has the function of creating all the lives. In China, the idea of China's people, we call this kind of a very strong ability, Lu ability. In Shiji, an old Chinese literature, it is recorded that Xiangde and Lude, Xiade and Lude, which means Cao Lu, and all the other things in the world started to grow in spring and flourish in summer. and make the earth green in the mind of our ancestors. Why old vegetables can grow, why people can survive. The fundamental reason is the function of the Lu, which means Lu has given the best benefits to the human being. This is the gratitude of the ancient Chinese people towards Lu. A few days ago, a lot of experts what we have given to the nature and what nature has given to us, our ancestors pay their gratitude to the Lu, which is can also be said as the nature. So I think that's the basic philosophy relationship between the human and the nature. First, the human should appreciate the nature. The current people just take things from the nature. They will not pay respect to the nature. But the Naxi people, they worship the nature through the altar. They worship Lu. Here, Lu can be also said as they worship the god in the sky, the god in the earth, and these are the three gods in the Naxi culture. This is the Naxi character about the sky. In Naxi language, this is called beautiful. This is the land, the Naxi character for land and for earth. It shows the earth god. Naxi called it Dao. It is cattle's head and a human's body. It symbolizes the human's god. It is called the god in the earth. We do not have time to go to details. These are the three wood in the altar. The entire worship activities are related to the wood. So that's
the heritage of the traditional custom. Before the Xia, Shang, Zhou dynasties, this setting up a wood and worship the god custom has already been in existence. In many ancient recordings, for example, in Lun Yu, there is such words that it said that the Shang people uses cypress, set up cypress to worship the god. And also, and the Xia, in the Xia, people use the king of the Xia kingdom uses pine tree to worship the god. But what we should notice is that pine tree has always been pine and cypress have always been popular in being set up to worship the god. It is not an occasional case. There are cultural and social background to such custom. Especially for the the worship ceremony, people admire this kind of trees so much that they believe whenever there is this kind of tree, there will be life. It's a kind of nut tree. And along with these ceremonies, not only trees are set up, also there will be sacrifice. Oh, it's the chestnut tree. Chestnut tree. People worship it very much. The chestnut. This is a chestnut tree with 1,000 years of age. The Naxi ethnic group's relation with the chestnut tree can be traced back to primeval era. In the Zhuangzi, there is in an ancient book of Zhuangzi, there are such words that in the primeval era, there are more wild animals than people. Therefore, people will climb up a tree during night and they will take up a chestnut during day to live a life. And that was the era called the era of living on a nest on a tree. It is called You Chao. You Chao, You means half, and Chao means nest on the tree. And in China, there are several clanship periods. You Chao is one of these clanship, a very important clanship era. And according to Zhou Shu, or a book from the Zhou dynasty, again, chestnut is pointed out in a certain recording. And this recording says that there was a legendary agriculture, a legendary farmer who got some shower of chestnuts from the heaven. It's like a chestnut rain, and this farmer began to plant this chestnut into the ground, and this was the arranging of agriculture in China. That's why we find a very close relationship between the traditional culture and the growth of certain trees, chestnut tree in particular. Chestnut tree have been playing an important role in people's survival and their culture, not only for the Naxi ethnic group, but also something more, but I'd rather leave it to the wisdom of you during our discussion.